So let's have it then. Let's have another conversation. Welcome back, Kaine. Good to have you back again.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
Ben, first time on the podcast. How you feeling?
Good to see you. All right, man.
Fucking hell.
Still going. Still going strong.
For those who don't know, how long have I known you for now? Must be touching 20 years or something, isn't it?
Long time, bro. A long time.
And we've got some mad stories, bro. We'll have to come back and put some out there for the man, them,
100%.
Well, since you've been on before, Kaine, I'm going to let Ben go first. Give yourself a little introduction.
Yeah, Ben Thomas. Some of you might know me by the name of. Others will know me by the name of Cron, my rap name. Yeah, that's it. Family man now. Work on the railway. Doing bits and bobs, getting the money in. You know how it is.
Yeah, got to pay them bills.
That's it.
Kaine, we'll give them a rundown about yourself again.
Yeah. So I've been on this before, as you know. I spoke last time about, alcoholism, addiction, and that sort of stuff. Touch base on that and what I'm going through with my sobriety journey. Give a little few tips on how it could help other people. And back for the second one. I'm glad to be here, bro.
Yeah, man. Get you back again after this again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're here to discuss autism and how, the effects of raising children in this day and age and how strenuous and stressful it can be on the family.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I've got a brother with autism, but my perspective of that will be different to yours because you're raising your own children with autism, so it's a lot more responsibility. So 100%. On the back of that, how old is your son now, Ben?
10.
10 years old. And
10.
At what age did you start to notice that he was showing signs that...
It was around about 4.
And what signs was he showing?
3 to 4, just non-verbal. Most kids at that age would they'd say something, you know what I mean? They'd say odd little words, things like that. He'd make noises, things like that. He wouldn't want to be near anyone, wouldn't want to play with any other kids, stuff like that.
And
yourself, Kaine, what age? Oh, sorry, how old is your son?
So my son's 7, and we started to sort of see bits in him because I've got a few people in my family who've got autism. So of see, it's on my dad's side. So sort of seeing how they were when they were younger. The trait sort of came into it. So it's stuff like exactly what Ben said, really. He didn't speak up until about 4 or 5. He didn't say any words. The only way he could communicate was through noise. If he wanted something, sometimes he'd lead you to that and stuff. But it was social situations. If he couldn't, even to this day, noises that are too loud, he just can't handle it. He loses his head. So obviously we got him sort of tested, went through all the sort of proper procedure of it, and went down that road with it, really, bro. Yeah.
Fair enough then. So obviously we touched last time on your addiction and your problems of alcohol and drugs. Do you think that having autism, your son didn't really pick up on what you was up to and the effect it had on the family, or do you feel like do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? No, I get what you're saying, and no, to be fair, I didn't. I don't think he knew anything to do with that. I don't think. Because of the way his head works, he's just away with the fairies. He's just happy. He don't normally notice stuff like that. But the older he's getting, the more we did start to notice. So we can now say a few words. So he'll come upstairs and I'll be like, "Oh, Daddy, play with Kason." So that's how he talks. Yeah. He speaks my son in like bullet points.
Okay.
That's how my missus go through it. He speaks in bullet points. And when he used to come upstairs and he'd be like, "Oh, Daddy, and Kason play." And obviously I'd be rough out my head and stuff like that, and I'd send it back. But it gets funny in some ways, but then I'd be like, "Oh no, son, I'm not." And that's when it started to pick up, or when he'd come downstairs at 8 o'clock in the morning and I was still bang at it. Yeah. The older he's getting, the more he's learning. Do you know what I mean? Which chronic someone as well, everyone learns at different ages. Yeah. Everyone learns in different ways. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's no sort of pinpoint on that, but the older he's getting now, the more I know for a fact if I would have carried that on, it would have affected him. It would have had a big knock-on effect.
Yeah,
100%.
I feel that, bro. And so then, I know obviously you went through a period when your baby's mum wasn't letting you see your son.
Yeah.
So how did that put stress on the relationship with your son?
Yeah, because obviously...
how did he take that? Did it kind of...
Obviously, it makes it more awkward because it makes it more harder. For him with his autism. Yeah. Because if I'm not seeing him and that's his routine, out the window. And as you know, with autistic children and that, they're in a routine, mate, and things like that. So it was really hard, really hard.
And you know what? We're not here to judge anybody, but
no,
I don't think that women should be using that as a way to get back at men.
No,
regardless of what happens between you and her. No child should be kept away from their father, especially just to do it as a weapon. Yeah. Like I said, we're not here to judge and point fingers at anyone, you know what I mean? But
100%, you're right, bro.
Yeah, so that being said, Ben, how does your son find it in school, and what have they put anything in place to kind of comfort him and sort of?
Yeah, he's in one of them special schools, isn't he? So they have like all the schemes and stuff like within them schools in place and things like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, he just goes to school in his little routine. He's all them scheme things are in place. Like there's a pool in the school with like sensory things and stuff.
That's
like
where that's why kids go together.
You say before,
that and just going back on that, that's pool. I raised money for that. Remember when I was doing that charity, like online. I raised like.
Is that what it was for?
Yeah, I raised a few grand, didn't I? It was towards that. It was towards that school.
Listen, while we're here, give it a shout out, yo. Drop a charity name. Go on, do your thing, Don.
Well, it's not a charity now, innit? But
it's done now.
It's done now. I just raised money for. I just raised money. I just basically. I did that rap, didn't I? I did a little rap on all over socials about autism. And it came up, do you want to raise money for autism? Like, so I just clicked a button and people started sending money and that. Like, it was mad, bro. And I just started promoting it, and then the numbers just started going up and up and up and up.
Okay.
So I just kept promoting it, got to a certain point, and then it stopped, and then I just, it said, send the money to the whatever charity of your thing, so I sent it to his school.
Gee, I love that.
So I sent it to his school, and then I got an email off him and that. Well, I emailed him and that, and then that was it, innit? They put it towards the pool.
That's sick,
in the school.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's from me, that.
Have your name in the pool in fucking right, Gron.
Yeah, man. So same question to you, bro. How does your son find it in school? Have they got structures in place to help him?
He's in a mainstream school, but he's in like his own little special needs unit. So it's like the SEN unit. They're the ones who deal with, obviously, mainly autistic kids. There's a few other kids in there who, struggle with a few different things. But I feel like, and like we sort of all mentioned last night on like the voice notes and stuff we did, I feel like the stuff that they've got in place now is far and above and beyond what we had when we were younger.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's so much more help for them, and there's so much more patience.
They just kind of nowadays. They brushed it off back in the day, didn't
100% they did.
They didn't really know much about it.
Did they?
They just brushed it off.
You were just seeing as you were naughty, or you were stupid, and you were just put in a different little class on your own. I was in the bottom set. But fucking everything, mate. Everything, mate.
Bro.
And I think that's what
I weren't the brightest.
That's what I'm saying. I'm still not, mate.
Look at us now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Winning, shining, and winning, winning. We're all in my shed in the garden. We're fucking winning.
But it is, the stuff that is in place now for them is, it's good because they can be seen as comfortable. Like my son, he enjoys going to school. When I was a kid, I fucking hated it just because of the way that I didn't understand something and I'd lose my head over it. And that's when I used to start getting mad, or then I'd start fucking fighting because I just couldn't get my head around shit. And now, do you know what I mean? The stuff that they've got in place now where it's just helpful, bro. And even the staff, I don't know what the staff are like at your son's school, but my son goes to the school, Acre Hall across the road.
Yeah.
And his little units at the back, but even the staff that are there, they're just, they're mint with them, bro. Do you know what I mean? They don't get fucking angry.
They know, don't they?
Yeah, they're patient with him. They know what they need. They know their needs. And each kid who's got autism, obviously, each one's on the spectrum on a different sort of level. So it is going to be harder to teach one than it is going to be the other. But the stuff they've got in place is just, it's unreal now, bro. It is.
Yeah, man.
Really good.
That being said, obviously, like I said, my brother's got autism. I think it's, fucking hell, I should know this. I think 28, 29 now. So we're going back to the early 2000s. I saw my mum struggle massively because, like you said, back then, there wasn't any awareness for it. No. So they didn't know what to do with him. They didn't know what was wrong with him. So she kind of got fucked about, really. You know what I mean? Like, they said they would do X and they said they'd do Y. Didn't get around to doing nothing. No. So it was hard watching my mum go through that. Obviously, I'm only 12, 13 at the time. And more time I was on road with you and badness anyway, you know what I mean?
I remember.
Yeah. Actually, no, you remember him? Yeah. And
I remember him coming in, like, when we used to play FIFA and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, in your mum's front room, and he'd just come in and you'd be like, touch everyone down, and he'd just like smile and that. Like, he was non-verbal, wasn't he? Same, like, just come in and smile and then touch everyone down. He'd just stand there and watch us play FIFA.
Yeah, it's mad, bro.
That's what they're like, though. My son's
living in their own little world. Like, I don't know about your boys, I'll ask you in a sec, but my brother, when he used to get, say, I don't know, stressed out or uncomfortable, you know what he used to do? You see, you see when you finish a toilet roll, yeah, and you get down to the carb, man used to eat the thing, yo.
Did he?
I swear, he just been there chewing on the thing.
Chewing.
And I'm laughing now, obviously, because it's my brother.
Yeah,
You know, it's funny though. But do any of your sons do anything like that when they get stressed? Or
My son used to, so he does his own little things now, but he used to bang his head on the bed or rattle his head on the thingy. Now he goes and bites his lip and then he'll punch himself in the stomach. That's what he does. Like a little gorilla, bro. He just bites himself in the stomach, and I've got to sort of hold him and like, right, you need to calm down now, mate, chill. And then he'll have a bit of a cry. And then that's it. But that's what he does. He wants to eat himself. Yeah, that's what it's like, bro. And it's sad to fuck. It's heartbreaking, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because I can't. People say sometimes restrain him, and I think it does work like sometimes for some autistic kids. If you put that restraint on them, you hold him. Some people say it does. My son loses his fucking head. Loses his head.
Makes him worse.
Yes. If you try and hold him, because people, it's like the pressure. People say autistic, they like pressure. They're not all like that, bro.
Yeah.
My son fucking hates that. You just got to let him beat his chest like a fucking chimp, bang his way, and then that's it. And then he's all right. He'll have a bit of a cry, and then he'll be all right.
Sometimes you just got to let him go through it.
Yeah.
So what about yours?
My son's more like, so because he's like, he's by the time, so everything's like on a time scale with him. So say for instance, he's going to school and then he's leaving. He'll know what he's doing after school. He'll know what he's eating. He'll know what day he's coming to see me. He'll know what time his mum's coming to pick him up. And he just knows everything is time.
Yeah.
If that goes out, if that doesn't work for him, and something like I'm late or anything off schedule, it's game over.
Yeah. So does he have tantrums, meltdowns?
Same as what Kaine just described. Banging his head, screaming, shouting, very confused. He gets confused. Stuff like that, man. Yeah, it's hard work.
It's hard to see because, like you said, what do you do? Some say restrain him, but
I was going to go back on that. I won't restrain him because my son's a little bit different. He's pretty fucking, he's strong.
Man.
So I tend to like leave him alone.
Calm down.
Yeah, and just like walk away and that.
I've done I know, I get that. When I say restrain, I don't mean like.
No, it is.
Say that. I get what you're saying.
I mean it like every kid's different.
Yeah, 100%.
They take to it in a different way.
And I've done that to the point sometimes where Chronic said then, we just sometimes leave him. But then at the same time, he's come down and sometimes he's in a worse state. Like he said, So sometimes I've just got to be like, right, and I'll have to sit there with him, let him hold it out, and I'm like, do you want an hug? And he'll go, yeah. So then I'll just give him a big hug, and then we'll go and do something. So his tantrums aren't, the older he's getting, I think he's getting a lot more tolerable to himself and to the world, if that sort of makes sense. So he's getting better with it, but he's over. But
so he's growing with it.
Yeah, with it, yeah.
Yeah, you can see growth there.
So he's getting better, but you know what? I think, bro, all of us, whether you've got autism or not, everyone needs to have a bit of a fucking scream out sometimes. Shit, please.
You gotta see me when I'm bro. Going back to that, like my mum says, like like we were speaking, like back in the day, like they weren't really much, like they just like used to brush it off, like if you think you had autism and that. My mum thinks that I should have got tested for it. Because of like my anger issues back in the day, and like what I used to
remember one bomb cron.
Them days are over. But same going back. Like I used to like chill in the park, like in the corner on my own. I didn't want to be like with any other kids, things like that. But
just in your own little head, you wanted your own little space,
bubble, like it's mad, innit?
Well, my son's like that now. Even he's getting better playing with other kids. But let's go back a year or two.
Yeah,
he didn't like playing with anyone. Exactly how Chronic said then he'd be. If we went to like a family party, he'd be sat in his own little corner where whether he'd be on my phone or on his Switch or just playing with a balloon.
Yeah.
He didn't like being there. The only people he liked being there is me and my missus. Yeah. We were his comfort. And if he couldn't see us, he'd lose his fucking head. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but now he's getting a lot better with playing with other kids. But even still, he could do it for half an hour, play with them for half an hour. And then he'll just fuck off. And I know he'll be like, nah, you do me head in that. And he'll have to, but he takes himself out of it, which again, he is getting better with it. And it's good that he takes himself out of the situation. And like you said, he'll just go and sit in his own little corner and just do his thing. So we just leave him to it. And if he wants to come back over and play again, then that's on him. But whatever, you can't force him to do it because that's when that's all fucking hell.
It's good that you said he's getting better though. He's getting over it. You know what I mean?
No, he is. Yeah,
like progression in it.
Yeah.
It's always good to see progression.
100%, bro.
Same with
And
my son.
how far he's come is fucking hell. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, man.
I can't even tell you, and I'm sure you are with your fucking lad as well, bro.
Yeah,
It's proper, man.
100%. But what is it now? Like most kids, like I think the age of 5. What do you call it now? They'll say big sentences like, "Can we go to school, please?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean, or something like that. Like my son will only say like four words in a sentence.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like, "Daddy, can we do this?" or "Tea tonight." Just
little things, like bullet points, innit?
Going back to what you said before.
Exactly
What is it like now? Like most kids, the age of 5, they'll do like 10-word sentences by the age of 5, but like obviously our kids,
it's not.
it's like bullet points and just a few words here and there.
Well, at least the same thing. Like I said, my brother's non-verbal, so that's a whole different kettle of fish, because if he can't tell you what he wants or how he's feeling or where he wants to go, it's a whole nother level. But we were touching before about your daughter being June, July, was it you said?
Yeah, July the 19th.
With obviously autism being a genetic trait, is there any worry or on her possibly having?
Right, so my new missus, when I first got with her, and obviously we said, right, we're gonna try for a kid. My worry was it, because it's more known in boys.
Yeah.
I wanted a boy at first.
Everybody wants a boy. All men.
Yeah. But my worry was it having the child having autism. You know what I mean? So when I got told it was a girl, they're less likely to have it.
Yeah, so it's more relief sort of.
Yeah, so I was a bit like, you know what, I'm not really bothered now what I have.
Yeah.
So
Similar question to you. Having had a son with autism, does it make you think twice about having more children? Obviously, just knowing that it could be overwhelming for yourself having 2 kids with autism and not being able to give attention equally. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? In a sense, yes, but also in a sense, no. So don't get me wrong, whether you're a dad or not, whether your kids have got autism or not, it's fucking hard. Being a parent, either way, is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. But having an autistic child, I don't think people do understand sometimes how fucking difficult it is. Everything's got to be, everything's different. The way they eat is different. The when you're going outside is different. The when you're at meals is different. Everything's just got to, it needs to revolve around them. Otherwise, if they're not happy, do you know what I mean? The world falls apart from them. So,
100%.
in a way, I do think like fucking hell, would I want to go for it again? But then at the same time, I think, do you know what? I would not change my son for the fucking world.
Yeah.
Never. So if we did have another kid, at least now we know what to sort of expect, and we know something could be easier and not. But I don't think me and my missus would ever have another kid. I've just got a new dog, mate, so I'm happy now.
Yeah.
But it is dog.
Yeah.
Manly's dog.
2 dogs, a lad and a snake, bro. And the way set as a
don't bring them snakes. Can't be dealing with them snakes.
Honest to God, we can give him everything now, and he's got pure cousins and stuff like that. So I think if we were to, it would be in my head. Of course, it would be, but I don't think we're going to have another kid anyway. Not for that reason.
Right.
But I just don't think we would.
Just got your mindset on that, like not having one.
I think now we can. Because he's got to that age now where he's 7, obviously. You said your lad's, 10? I don't want to go for it. It's that baby shit for me.
Bro, I say the same.
It's that baby stage.
See, I'm the opposite. I like, because I've had a son that's autistic.
Yeah.
Like when he was younger, I couldn't do stuff like when my mates were like, "Oh, do you want to bring the kids here?" And
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You feel like you
and
missed
then
that sort of
take them out, and because it's hard because we're in a routine. I can't just say to my son,
right,
"Oh, look, we're going out. We're going to a party today." Like it's hard work.
I get that.
You know what I mean? So with me having another kid, touch wood, it's not autistic, but if it is, she is. She is. You know, it's the way it is. Like you know what I mean. But I wanted to do it all again. You know what I mean? Like the child thing, like bring a kid up and
fair play,
do fun stuff and you know, daddy duties. So yeah,
it's mad, it's like our Clayton. He's got 9 now.
Yeah,
9, bro. Just had his 9. This is what I mean, bro. Just stay in the gaff. I can't. It's hectic.
How many boys?
I think he's got 4 boys and 5 girls.
Yeah, you want that the other way around, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
I think so. You know what, bro? I know he's my best mate, but bro, he's got that many of them now. I don't even know which one's which, because they all look the same as well. All these kids, they just look like our Clayton. Every single one of them, bro. They're all, but yeah, 9 he's got.
You're funny, man.
I couldn't imagine doing that. He's so hard. But hats off to him. He's one of the best. How I am as a dad now, and I'll be honest with you, and I've said this to Clayton a few times when we misses, I'm a better dad in a lot of ways because of how I've watched our Clayton raise his kids, bro. He's had a knock-on effect on me, bro. And the way I've seen him with his kids, I think, mate, I need to be like that when I do. And he has.
Like
he's had
a figure.
Yeah,
like,
he's had a massive, because I never had my dad there. I mean, Clayton have just been, do you know what I mean? We've been for everything together, like used to. In a way. And mate, fucking hell.
No, it's
what I've watched him see and what I've watched him do with all his fucking kids and the patience he's got, I've just thought, right, I need to have a bit of that, bro. I need to be like that.
So you've took that as kind of like a role model.
Yeah. 100%, bro. 100% I have, bro.
To like look at.
To look at and think, mate, I need to do that for my kids.
It's good to hear that.
Do you know what I mean? And it's good, everyone, you can take inspiration from everyone. No one's fucking going to get it right the first time, the second or whatever.
No.
You just got to go with the fucking flow with being a
Everyone makes mistakes.
Of course they do. Of course they fucking
You know what I mean? All you can do is like learn from them
and don't fucking try not to do it again.
Try not to do it again. Every single day is a learning curve with everything, not just autism. With everything, you learn something new every single day.
That's proper. That.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel that. Yeah, man. So that being said, do you feel that your son will lead a successful life independently as he gets older, or do you think he'll be like my brother, who will always live with his my mum, sort of thing?
I think my son's going to live with us forever. And me and my missus, I'll be honest with you, it weren't even that long ago we had this conversation. And she said, I don't give a shit if he wants to live here forever. He's our son, he is here. And we said the same thing. So if he wants to live with us for his whole fucking life,
100%.
Mate, he's got a place. There's no way. Because do you know what scares me more than anything? And I say this a few times. When he gets older and he's in high school and shit like that, and people, bro, because kids are mean, bro. Kids are mean now at this young age, bro. Kids have said shit to him on the park, and I'm nearly part of dads on that. Do you know what I mean? And that, it stresses me out. But as he gets older, it does scare me that because he can't fully communicate and tell me what's wrong or what's happened. Like if someone hits him, he can't tell me. He's just upset about it. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's my biggest fear, like him getting older, and me not being able to help him in, because obviously we pick him up from school and stuff, but when he's in high school now, big kids, it's different, bro. People are horrible, bro. People are bullies. And lad, I'll be up for a fucking M charge, mate. Lad.
That's my son's going into
high school now.
High school, and that's been a worry for me. But you know, it's like you say, like the older they're getting a little bit more better. Like with verbal. So hopefully he'll be able to come to me and.
Same question to you as well. Do you think your son will lead an independent life?
He'll always live like he lives with his mum, innit? Me and his mum aren't together. I think he'll always live with his mum. But my son's a big lad. Yeah, man. He's a big lad. He's tall, big.
Yeah.
When he has
arms and legs.
They go swimming together, don't they?
Yeah, they go swimming. Yeah.
But he's a very big lad. So the more older he gets, he's gonna be. If he like lays his finger on his mum and that, he's gonna work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or even me, not just his mum.
Anyone.
We're getting old.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
is he like that now? No, if you don't mind me asking, is he? So if he does get a bit, does he grab you or does he grab your ex-missus?
It can hit you. It can throw a tantrum in it and throw slaps and stuff like that, just depending on like how mad he gets. Do you know what I mean? But like I say, he's more like he gets confused. So for instance, like say like I've not turned up at the right time, or say like I've said you're having spaghetti bolognese this weekend and I forgot to go and get it
or something like that.
Then it just goes downhill, and that's it. It goes downhill. He gets confused, and then like. Say, let me try and think of an example. Say, like, he's been on GTA, like, in the past. What his mum's told me off for him playing on it. He then brings that, like, in his tantrum, like, no more GTA, because he'd been told off for playing it. So that comes in that tantrum. No more GTA. You know, things like that. No spaghetti, no. Wow, you go KFC instead then, mate.
Yeah.
His face soon like something.
I'll put this question to you because your son's older. When you first got the... Oh, no. I was going to ask when you first found out you had autism, what were your initial thoughts and how did you process it?
So my initial thoughts with autism were I didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I didn't have a Scooby-Doo what it was. His mum said, I think he's got this thing. It's not a joke. All this and all that. And like, I didn't really take it in. I didn't know what it was. Right. Like, no way. I just thought it was something you can get rid of. I weren't aware of it. I wasn't aware of it.
So did you...
When he got it, that's when I first started hearing about it.
So what did you do? Go away, do some research?
Went away and did my research, yeah.
And what was your thought
Google.
process? What was your thought process then when you started reading into it?
I thought, this is more serious now. I thought, it's going to get challenging. I thought, so let's get prepared for the
rest of your life, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fucking life thing. It's a life-changing thing for every parent who's got a kid with autism. It's one of the hardest things in the fucking world. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't change my son for the world. But you've got to know the way you live your life and the way I live my life, and obviously your mum would have lived their life. It's got to revolve around your kid. It needs to, because otherwise, like you said, that routine is just the rest's gonna go, and it makes it harder.
It's like you said. Let's go back on what you said before. You said when you were getting like drunk and that method.
Yeah.
Like that's not gonna thingy. You need to like be in a routine of
100%,
because it ain't gonna help the kids, is it?
100%, bro, 100%. And even doing, mate, when I was here when we first did that podcast, I think I was 40 days sober from 100 and fucking
sick, like
100 fucking 3 or 4 days.
Congratulations,
longest.
Yeah, man.
And we were speaking about this is the longest I've gone now, bro. I'd say in about 16, 17 years.
It's good, having a beer. It's good
at all, bro. And it's fucking tough, but the relationship that me and Kason have now got is
because you need to be. Because you've done that and you've learned.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't get me wrong. Even when I was drinking, I was never a shit dad.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I was never. But I was selfish, and we had this conversation. I was a selfish bastard, and him taking out that. So, for example, I take him to the gym with me every Sunday. So if I was drinking, bro, on a Saturday, and he'd be like, Daddy and Kate, this is how we talk. Daddy and Kate and go gym.
No.
And then.
You can't, that's what I'm on about. Like, you can't be in that routine.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Doing that, so it's good to see you
and I appreciate that.
Getting your head on and doing
now, just going through it proper. Like I said, just the relationship I've got with him, I can't explain it. We've always had a sick relationship, but now it's like we don't let go of each other. We're just always fucking together, and it's the best thing in the world, man. Honest to God, I should have done this fucking years ago. Should have fucked the drink off and the sniff off years ago. But do you know what?
It's meant to wear that.
Yeah, it really
is. It is. So you've obviously learned and like
grown in it as a man. Yeah. So pulling it back again, when you first got or when you first realised that you were showing signs of autism, what was your initial thought process?
Sort of the same as chronic, really, bro. Like we didn't really know much about it, but like I said, I've got cousins on my dad's side who've got autism, but we never really, it weren't spoke about. No one really knew about it a little bit, like I said. But when my missus, she's the one who sort of went into the detail of it all, and then it was nursery who said it to us when he was in nursery. He used to go to that nursery at fucking Nags Head Circle, and they said we think he's autistic. And I was like, right, how are you putting that on my kid? And it pissed me off at first. But how the fuck are you telling me that my son?
So you took it a different way.
Yeah, I took it a different way,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I shouldn't have done. But I thought, how are you trying to tell me? How are you trying to diagnose? Are you a doctor? Know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Don't try and diagnose my kid. But they were right, to be fair. So, do you know what I mean?
They take the half.
I think they were trying to do it just to help, bro, because then they got lots of stuff in place for us, like this thing called TED, all the SEN and stuff. So there's loads. And again, I'm not the best with that shit, mate. Like, no, my missus, fucking bless her, bro. She's been mint with everything. She's took care of all the paperwork. I've sat there with her and, done it. He goes to speech therapy now. He's getting better. Man. Do you know what I mean? But at first, it was a bit of a like, fucking hell. Like how I knew there was different spectrums, so I thought, how high on this spectrum is it going to be? Because fucking hell, I don't know if you've seen it, but some of the kids who are on it, it's
How high is?
I'd say
your little one.
The scale of 1 to 10, where you putting him?
I'd say about 6.
Yeah.
6 or I'd say 6.
Well,
what about your lad?
Probably about 7 or 8, I'd say.
Yeah.
What about
my brother?
Your bro?
He's 25 or something. He's
way up there.
He's way up there.
Does he talk now?
No.
Yeah, I get you.
Nah.
Don't talk at all.
Words. A
Just set
word.
things.
So you were saying before about 5 words at a certain age. He just says a word. And you know what? I see it all the time. Like when my mum comes round and I see him around my mum, he's like obsessed with my mum.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
My mum is his world. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like if she's not there or in the room,
You
like
don't know what to do.
like even sometimes when I wanted to take him out and do X and Y, like he just stand there and he does this little bounce. And he'd be like, my mum.
Yeah.
My mum is his world, innit?
So
So
proper that though.
yeah,
When he sees your mum, he like gets
Yeah,
excited
that's it.
and
And
things like that.
he's very particular about what he eats. He only eats a certain amount of foods, this and that and whatever.
Yeah.
So he's non-verbal. He has dietary requirements, if you'd call it that. You know what I mean? He has no routine. Like you were saying, your lad likes timing and routine. My brother just drops where he drops and up when he's up.
Does what he needs to do.
Yeah, like that's it. He'll just sit and play his game till 3 a.m, go to bed, and obviously he doesn't know no different.
That's that's the way he's set. Yeah.
And you know what I always say, as much as I feel sorry for him that he's got it, you don't know no different. He's happy.
That's what I'm saying. He's happy, bro. And all of and it's mad because, and I say this about our Kaine, he's the happiest little boy in the fucking world. And then I think, you know what? There's no need for me to worry. Any sort of battle that's going to come his way, they've got to get through him. Then no one's getting through me to get to him. So he's still going to stay fucking happy. And this is exactly how it's going to be. But that's what, like you said, bro, they're in their own little head. They don't know any different. So just, bro, if anything, bro, we should take a leaf out of their fucking book sometimes and try and be fucking a bit happier. Because we worry like, fuck, they don't worry about nothing. He worries about fuck all.
We're sat there at night, like looking at the stuff.
And my son's just sat there, bro, with fucking butterflies and fucking not ass.
He wants to know what his food is.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
When he's next going to the play area. It's fucking mad, isn't it? It's so true, man.
So for anyone who has recently got a diagnosis or has been told that their child might have autism, do any of you have any advice for them?
Step by step.
Yeah.
Step by step.
Yeah.
Literally.
I say don't
Patience.
Try not to worry about it as much as you do, because it's the more you worry, I think that's going to have a bit of a knock-on effect on the kid. Then I think it'll rub off. But just go with the fucking flow with it, man.
I think be patient as well.
100%.
They've got to be very patient with them. You really have.
Yeah.
But there's a lot in place for it, so if people are worrying about it. My missus was telling me last night, and she said to me, and I didn't write it down, I fucking should have. She was like, write it down. Speak about it on the podcast. She's going to happen. I said, so I was like, bro, if I'm on it, I might ring you and let you know. She's like, don't. But there's a new.
Should have wrote it in your notes.
I know, bro. I was playing with my snake. I couldn't. No, look, they did me actual snake. But fucking, I'm a snaky one hand, dog in the other hand. Do you know what I mean?
Magic.
But I think there's like a new funding thing coming in through the government. And like I said, this shit nowadays is being taken seriously. There's so much in place, whether it's for fucking nurseries, whether it's for like primary schools, whether it's for high schools. There's stuff in place for it now to help people. There's even something that my missus is doing in work, and it's like a charity she's working with called Seashell. And kids who have left school who are struggling to get into work, because let's face it, people don't want, and it's bad to say it, but some people don't want. If you're high on a spectrum of autism, people don't want higher because they think automatically you can't do the job. This thing that my missus is doing, it helps young people who have got autism, whether it's severely, whether it's not that big, but get into work. And it helps them with it, bro, and it shows them what it's like on a working day. Like my missus will do volunteers days with them in their work and show them to use the computers, and it's just giving that sort of sense of, I wouldn't say normality, because it doesn't. I'm not saying they're not normal, but a sense of that working life, something that they think that they're never going to have.
Yeah, something they can get into, kind of thing.
And it's. I think it's good.
I think
there's so much shit in place at the moment. So if you have got a kid who you're worried about got autism, listen, don't worry about it. It's your fucking kid at the end of the day. Just go through the fucking flow. Be patient, like Chronic said.
Patience.
That's the best thing to say.
Patience comes a long way. It gets you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I feel that.
100%, bro.
I feel that. Before we finish up, I just want to ask is, obviously when we were kids, children who might have had difficulties, be it ADHD or autism or whatnot, it wasn't regularly, the information wasn't out there to know. But would you say that there's an increase in mental health issues like that with children now than you think there was back then? Would you say there's more cases now?
Yeah.
And if so, what do you think possibly could be the cause of it?
Something in the fucking water, mate. That's what people say. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know, actually. It's a tough question.
I only asked that because my mum swears by, I don't know which one it was. One of them jabs to give you as a kid, whether it was MMR or...
Yeah, you think...
Yeah,
it
my
could be
mum
like
said,
leading to that.
She said that he had that
never
jab,
know, innit?
and after that, she's saying that it just went downhill from there, so...
You never know.
I think
you don't know, do you? I know I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but
I know.
I'm just saying, like, what do you think?
But who actually has the answer, though?
I think personally that I think in this day and age that we're in, there's a lot more people with autism.
Yeah.
There's a lot more people with ADHD. But, and I think me and you sort of touched on this loosely, I think people just drop that sometimes because it's like a fashion thing, and it pisses me off.
Yeah, because
there's a kid in my work, I won't say his name's a dick. But when he's on the phone, and I hope he knows who he is, he's a company, I don't like him. But he's on the phone to a customer that sometimes, and he always like drops it loosely. Oh, sorry about that, it's my ADHD. And I just think,
fuck off.
that's what I'm saying. Shit like that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Don't just throw it loosely because people have actually got shit like that.
Yeah.
That does me.
That winds me up.
It's not a fucking fashion, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a fashion to have autism or anything like that. People, that's what annoys me when people throw it out so loosely. Oh, well, I've got this now. I've just been diagnosed with this.
Yeah.
Bro, so what? I've probably had it my whole fucking life. I don't have it. Do you know what I mean?
I don't like it when like you're out in public and people are like giving you, like, say, our son's for instance, like a funny look. You know, like when he's having a tantrum. Like, and they're looking. Sometimes I have to go, he's autistic. Like going back to what you just said, not using it as a, but he actually is. Like, he's got autism.
But that's,
you know what I mean? So
right, bro.
He's in the middle of Trafford Centre. He's threw himself on the floor.
But people look down on it, and that pisses me off.
And people give him dirty looks and that, and you're like,
you know what
problem?
Just to play devil's advocate, do you think that because a lot of people use ADHD and shit like that as an excuse for their kids' behaviour, do you think a lot of people just dismiss it now when you say
Yeah,
so you can kind of understand. I'm not justifying these kind of dicks.
No, of
like
course.
that, because I was the same.
They're just using it though.
Yeah,
I think people. Yeah, my missus said this last time. So when, like I said there, when people sort of just use it loosely, even though my son's got autism, and I reckon he has got autism and ADHD, I reckon he's got the full fucking works, but in his own little way.
Yeah.
But if he's naughty or if he does something, I'm not being funny. He knows right from wrong. My son knows right from wrong, bro. So he knows if he's done something fucking wrong, he's gonna get fucking told. I don't think there is sometimes an excuse for it, bro.
No.
But again, that's just from my personal opinion because of what I've got. That's because of the way that I see my son. But somebody could have a kid, you know, whether it's a boy or a girl who's got autism, and it could be so high up there that they can't control anything. And then there is sort of, do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to put a band on it and be like, no, you don't just use it as an excuse, because sometimes you can't. People can't control it, and I bet that breaks the parents' hearts, being like, I'm so sorry, like, do you know what I mean? When it's in that way, I'm not going to be like, right, no, you know, I understand if you're saying that, but like I said, when you've just got knobheads like, oh, sorry, it's my ADHD, fuck off now.
Out of the blue.
Like, I don't think, fuck off, you daft cunt. It does me.
My son's, he's got...
it's what it is, man.
It hurts my head, bro.
Yeah. Listen, we're here to have it.
My son's, like, you going back to ADHD and just autism. My son's got, his mum told me he's got learning difficulties as well.
Yeah.
So obviously with learning and things like that, so... going back on that.
And just to finish off as well, you were saying before about using it as an excuse. Do you think a lot of people use ADHD and conditions like that as an excuse for just poor parenting? Only because, you know, there's certain kids in my daughter's school, because she's 10, and you know, they're doing X and Y and they're causing a ruckus in the playground, and the parents are saying, oh, it's ADHD. I think, bitch, stop talking shit. You ain't got...
You mean because they brought them up wrong?
Not
that's just means
you've got a grip on your kid. So I get that. I sort of get that. Well, do you know what? If you have got parents and you're like, you're a cunt.
And you know what? Not being funny, but you can always tell. You know, obviously, because we've seen it. Yeah, you know that boy over there, you might, but you're just a bad parent.
I get that.
Discipline your child. Tell him no. You know what I mean? You know.
You need to have a grip on your kid.
Raise them right. Raise them properly.
Yeah.
Don't just throw things in the air.
No, 100%. You can't just let your kid fucking walk all over you. Do you know what I mean? And I get what you're saying in a sense, because there's been kids, like you said, when I've been at the park and stuff like that. And I just think, I've never heard anyone say that, but you know the difference between a lot of shit. And a kid, do you know what I mean? Look at me go, I know, if I see, now obviously with Case and stuff like that, if we're out and we see another young lad,
Yeah.
Me and my missus will know if he is autistic. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know
if
what
he's
it is.
playing up or...
Yeah. But then if we see another kid who's naughty, I just think, mate, you're a little shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're just a naughty one.
Yeah.
So you do know the difference, but I think people might use that because, do you know what, bro? Probably the only reason why is because they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Because of how much now people do just go, oh yeah, it's loosely. Oh, you've got to say now, oh yeah, sorry, it's ADHD. And then people go, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're drawing ice cream. Fuck off. It's not that at all. It's just a little knob.
Yeah.
But I think that's why.
Just raise your kids right.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Be disciplined whether they are autistic, whether they've got this.
Yeah.
You've still got to put discipline in place.
Fully agree,
bro.
Fully agree. Yeah, man. Well, we'll call that a wrap,
good subject.
Yeah, man.
Good that. Man, I feel better now.
Yeah, man. I got it off your chest.
We spoke about that. Got some stuff off our chest.
Yeah, man. Like I say every single time, if one person listens to it and goes away, does research, or, feels a little bit less anxious or whatever because they've heard other people are going through it, then
100%.
us sitting here for an hour is definitely worth it.
100%.
And then not just going back, another thing as well, it's good seeing it from 3 different perspectives.
Yeah.
Like, your brother, your son, my son.
Yeah.
Three different perspectives.
And you know what? Just to build on that, 3 different men.
Yeah, 3
you know what I'm
different
saying?
men.
3 different men sat here talking about something. You don't see that anymore. That's
3 different paths.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you probably have the men's mental health issues right now. You know what I mean?
100%.
To finish off, if I had told you 20 years ago we'd be sat here doing this, what would you have said to me?
Not a chance. Might have been in a booth rapping or something.
And here we are 20 years later.
But here we are, 20 years later on my first podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
First one. Better get used to him now.
Yeah, well, I'll be back. We'll do a couple. We might even start a little autism series.
Yeah.
I do want to get my mum to come on.
Let's do it, man.
You were saying that last night.
Yeah. Whether she does or not, because she's quite shy in it. Obviously.
Yeah.
And she's not much of a talker.
Get her on here. It's
Yeah.
like me, that though. I don't really talk much.
Yeah.
You said that at the start. Well, fucking hell, you come out your show quick, didn't you? It's like that one thing. Once it starts flowing, and like we've said once, because it is just a conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
And once it starts flowing and we're speaking about something, especially me and you, bro, obviously I know it's a problem, but with our son, this is something that it is, bro, we are passionate about, and we do give a shit about. So once this fucking conversation starts flowing, it's mint, and you just get into the next bit,
man.
And I love that about this, bro. It's sick.
Yeah, man. Obviously, when you got the top host and that,
You've been a good coach, but I'm cold in here.
I know. Last time,
my nipples kept touching the mic last time, bro.
No.
Yeah, right. We'll call that a day anyway for coming through.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Love, bro.
Love.